Hey guys, Troy Dooley, MLM Help Desk. I thought we'd be doing a company review today, but I had somebody that sent me in a very heartfelt response to what I wrote on VoiParty a few weeks ago. We've not really followed it. It's a small southern company down here in Florida that's not gotten a lot of traction. It's got its own little niche. I think people are just burnt out on technology companies, to be honest. But it was a company that we responded to because people were asking us about it. And I had my concerns. I still have my concerns. We're going to post those in here. But this response was heartfelt, and I believe that anytime somebody takes the time to put a Word document in an email, it deserves to respond. So I've responded in detail. You can see my responses below down here on things. And again, folks, when we do these, I want to reiterate my intent when we do what we call our scam alerts. There are some companies out there, it's easy to tell. They're not here to make a long-term change in anybody's life. It's quick bucks, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and they're gone. When we talked about VoiParty, we made it very clear the underlying business model looks sound, looks legit if they can pull it off. Why they would use network marketing to do this instead of going out to one of the tech shows and selling their proprietary technology and making multi-millions of dollars with the lack of headache from having to run a network marketing division. Who knows? I've got great CEOs that love their field force, but they'll tell you there's days when it's a pain because you're trying to take care of everything. You got the FTC, you got regulators, you've got everything. It's not like just a plain business brick and mortar with employees. So if the technology was that category creating, if it was that one of a kind, it begs to question. I mean, that's just a typical. Why are you using a marketing channel called network marketing? Why aren't you taking this technology and selling it to a billion-dollar company for hundreds of millions of dollars? That's the way I see it. But their comp plan is still, it's a mess. And the reason it is because they purport that there's not really any customers that the clients go out and get. Everything that the client goes and gets inside the matrix. Even in this response that we've got down here, he talks about how the company will acquire customers and put them inside the matrix. You can't do that. If you're bringing people and putting them inside the matrix, then they're an associate, they're a distributor, they're an independent business owner, whatever you want to call it. And what I've seen is we see this in all recessions, but all of a sudden everybody wants to jump and get into a network marketing comp plan. And they prey on the backs of hardworking, honest, legitimate folks trying to make a buck. They want to pay the car payment. They want to do this. They want to do that. And it's tough. And when something looks too good to be true, they say, let's give it a shot. Maybe this will be the one. I'd probably be doing the same thing. I mean, you can't blame distributors that are doing it. This guy here, he definitely knows his business. He doesn't know a lot about network marketing. That's obvious to see. And he believes the Kool-Aid that the company's selling them about how they're going to get the FTC to give them a different type of ranking. Now, we're direct selling, been around hundreds of years. Network marketing and MLM have been around about 70 years. When a company says we're a network marketing company, you use a network marketing structure, a network marketing compensation plan, or you're an MLM and you use an MLM structure. And there's no special ranking that goes on here. That's what gets me. And folks, it doesn't matter what company it is. If you're out there and you're looking for something, you want something that's going to be unique, there's no doubt about that. You want something that the leadership's rock solid on, there's no doubt about that. But when you land on a website and you don't know who the leaders are because they don't put it on the website, that's a red flag. We use that. Okay, why are they hiding something? Why aren't they out here? Why aren't they promoting? People buy people, they don't buy companies. When you look at the compensation presentation or you look at the marketing presentation and they talk about the investment that you're going to be putting into this. Sure, you're putting time and energy in, but you're also putting money in, and businesses are here to make money. So when a business presentation says investment, red flag. FTC's all over that. You're not allowed to do that. That shows me that companies don't use good consultants or good attorneys when they're doing this. Otherwise, they'd say, ooh, don't use that. We need to change the terminology. That plain and simple. When you look at the compensation plan, and it's all about recruiting, when you look at the business model, get your friends and family, and nobody's talking about how to acquire customers. and how many customers that you have to have. And when you look in the policies and procedures, it doesn't talk about how many customers outside of the compensation plan that you must have. When you look at a presentation and the company says we have limited spots available, we're looking to fill up 10,000 boxes, and then we're going to be stopping there. Well, now you got to ask, what are they stopping? Does that mean that part of the compensation plan stops? Does that mean that they're going to change the compensation plan once they hit 10,000? Does that mean there's something new? I mean, in this case, they say that then they'll go to their phase 2. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Except that one little issue. If this is a forced matrix and you're stopping everybody at 10,000 boxes, that makes it a closed matrix. That means the last few people in, especially the last one in, will never be able to recruit anybody else. That isn't going to pass. That's a pyramid type deal. Now there's no money at all. So there's a lot of what ifs. Do they have a unique compensation plan? It's hard to tell. We haven't found the documents yet, only the presentation. Is their business model unique? It's not that what they're doing hasn't been done before, but they're put a network marketing comp plan to it. So they're trying to do something that'll be a little bit different, put a new spin on it, make it happen. That's cool too. But when you have all these red flags, when you look at policies and procedures and they're ambiguous instead of being written in a little bit more in detail the way an attorney would, now you got some issues. And that's where we're at. We have red flags. If the red flags are changed, then we'll change. Until then, I've put this under scam alert because there's just some stuff here that don't meet the eye. I don't think the guys maliciously that launched this company are trying to do anything scandalous. I just think that there's some red flags, and until those red flags are answered and we can see that there's changes that have been made, we can see that everything's becoming transparent, we're going to have questions. Until that time, that's the way it is. But read this. He did do a good job on promoting himself, promoting his company. I'll give him credit there. But he didn't really answer any of the concerns that we have. Folks, live life like it's an epic adventure. We'll see you at the top.